great country to defend these freedoms. You are invited to stand and sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Hello and welcome to a rainy Walsh Jesuit High School as we are here for the district championship. The Twinsburg Lady Tigers taking on the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. It is going to be a good one here as the Twinsburg Tigers are ranked number 4 in the tournament with Walsh at number 3. Walsh is also ranked in the state coming in at 12. And this is a rematch of last year's championship as Walsh took it 4-0. And the Twinsburg looking to redeem themselves this year. Twinsburg coming out in the all whites and Walsh in their maroon homes. Some starting lineups for you. The home team, Walsh. Kate Constanilli's in at goalie, the senior. And Natalie Schimmel, the midfielder. Liz Patasic is in at a defender. Grace Valor, midfielder. Colleen Reagan, a defender. Keely Clinton, a defender, and then Sophia Rufa, another midfielder, Kennedy Alberti, midfielder, Molly Gray, midfielder. As Walsh starts with possession here. Sending it forward and going out of bounds for a Twinsburg throw-in. As another Twinsburg throw-in coming up here. Both these teams getting here pretty easily in the district tournament. Walsh beating Ashtabula 9-0 in the first round, then beating Stowe 3-0. Twinsburg beating Chardon 6-0, and then Mayfield 4-0. So both goalkeepers. It's going to be a really great matchup tonight as Alexis Solera, the sophomore goalkeeper from Twinsburg, and Katie Constanelli, the senior goalkeeper from Walsh. As Walsh has a goal kick here. Sending it forward, headed by Twinsburg. As Twinsburg sends it back. Gotten by the midfielder, sent up, but taken by Walsh. As it's sent back and forth here in the middle of the field. as the goalkeeper scoops it up.
First ball captured by Constantini.
Constantini easily sends it down the other way with a big sky kick to midfield. As it goes out of bounds for a Walsh throw-in. Both these teams coming in with great records on the year. Walsh 11-1-5. That lone loss to Brunswick, who's ranked number 9 in the state. Twinsburg coming in at 12-3-3. As Walsh has it, sends a shot on goal, but it is picked up easily by Solera. Solera sends it to the other side of the field. As it's a great one. Harris crosses into the goal, but it's caught by Constantini.
Squeezed by Constantini.
She boots it to midfield once again. Good pass ahead by Alberti. Over to Schimmel. Schimmel shows a great pass in the middle, but it's blocked off by a Twinsburg defender. Sent into the corner. Not a corner kick, but a throw-in for Walsh. As they get it into Alberti, who's double-teamed, tries to send it to the middle, but it's shut down by a Twinsburg defender, and that was number 16, Olivia Zelenka. Another Walsh throw-in. Sophia Rufa throwing it in. Gets it into the corner. That's Grace Valor who has it. Back to Rufa, and it is a goal kick.
Tigers open.
As I said, this is the district championship. The winner will go on to regionals to face the winner of Strawnsville versus Shaker Heights. Twinsburg stopped off by that defender, Molly Gray. And now a Tiger throw-in. Sent forward, number 6. As Twinsburg controlling now. But Walsh taking it away, sending it forward to number... As this ball has been at midfield a lot today, both teams trying to get that possession early. Now we're at midfield once again. Twinsburg sending it forward. That was the defender, number 11, Tara Guerin, sending it forward, but scooped up by the goalie, Constantini. As she sends this one down the field once again. Walsh gets possession at midfield. It's number 20, Kaylee Flory, who sends it forward. Now Walsh on the attack, tries to get it to number 22, but it's stopped off by that Twinsburg defender. Walsh gets it back. Kennedy Alberti gains possession, throws it over to Sophia Rufi, who sends a shot on goal, but it's scooped up by Solera.
Rufa's service smothered by Solera.
Solera sending it back to midfield. As it goes out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in. Oh, I apologize, a Walsh throw-in. As the referee signaled for a Tiger throw-in at first, but she gives it to Walsh. A great play by Tiger defender. As now Twinsburg has a chance here, but a great play by a Warrior defender to send it back to midfield. Tigers save that from going out of bounds and now could have a run here, but it's sent the other way by Molly Gray, the midfielder for Walsh. Tiger throwing here as they get it into Leah Furness, but it's stolen. As now Alberti is handling the ball at midfield, trying to get it to the right side over to Rufa, and it goes out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in. As we talked about before, both teams giving up no goals in the first two rounds of the playoffs. So this is really going to be one on each other's goalies. As a Walsh throw-in is tapped up by Tiger number 16, Olivia Zelenka. Furness sends it in, but it's blocked by Walsh. As Flory tries to bring it up, and it's kicked out by a Tiger defender for a Walsh throw-in. A lot of action in the midfield so far. Not a lot of shots on goal for either team beginning of this first half. Now Walsh attacking on that left side. It is Flory who passes it forward to Alberti. Tripped up, no penalty, and a goal kick for the Tigers. As Solera tries to send it out, but it's still in their territory. Walsh getting it, sending it up to Alberti. Alberti one-on-one on the left side, trying to beat the defender. Sends it over, but it's a great catch by Solera to just smother that ball as the Tigers send it back to the other side. But once again, Walsh has it, and they're attacking once again. This is Schimmel who sends it back over to number 20, and it's a great defensive play by Edgler. Edgler causing that ball to go out of bounds, so it is Walsh's ball. As Schimmel once again going out of bounds. HEP-KEY versus Schimmel has been a great matchup to watch so far on that left side of the attack for Walsh. HEP-KEY really defending well as Schimmel's tried to cross it a few times to no avail. HEP-KEY blocks that one again. As Twinsburg trying to get it out their own territory. Walsh still trying to attack here, looking for the first goal. As she's tripped up, but no penalty called. The Walsh crowd getting a little rowdy, and now Twinsburg's turning this into their own chance. But a great play by that defender, Walsh, number 6, Liz Patasic, saving that from being anything good for Twinsburg. As Walsh fans understandably upset, as that did look like it could have been a penalty in the box, which would have been huge for Walsh early. Instead, Walsh trying to control at midfield, but they couldn't before it goes out of bounds. Alberti was trying to run up and save that. Now it's a Twinsburg throw-in. As it's thrown in to a Walsh defender. And it's another Tiger throw-in. Twinsburg now controlling the possession a little longer than they have this whole match so far as Walsh kicks it out of bounds once again for a Tiger throw-in. Throwing it in is number 11, Emily Patricic. She throws it in towards that goal. Jaden Harris is there, and it's a goal for the Tigers! Getting on the board first, and the Tiger faithful showing out here. And we're looking to get a number that looked like to be number 23, Brianna Utrip, the midfielder sophomore, getting a goal first for the Tigers. And look at that. Who would have thought Tigers strike first with 28 to go in the first half? As a great throw-in set up that goal to Utrip. Now Walsh trying to answer back on their side. Alberti once again with the ball on the far left side. HEP-KEY drenched all over her. Nice slide tackle by a Tiger defender for a Walsh throw-in. Flory throwing it in for Walsh. Oh, Walsh has a chance here, but it's grabbed by the goalie before anything can happen. Solera doing a great job in the goalie. A sophomore showing out in the district championship so far. As two sophomores, the Tigers, Utrip and Solera, both being huge for the Tigers to start this game. Walsh controls at midfield, poked away for a Walsh throw-in. Rufa tries to get it into Schimmel, but it's stopped by a Tiger defender. And now Twinsburg might have a chance here as they got some numbers up the field. Running to the right side. Sent onto the goal, and it's blocked. Still secured by Twinsburg as she resets it to the outside. That's Utrip again. 15 sends one onto goal, but it's scooped up easily by Constantini. That was Elena Furness with a shot on goal. As Constantini boots it down to the other side. Twinsburg regaining possession. As it looked out of bounds, and the referee does call it. For a Walsh throw-in. Twinsburg gains possession for a throw-in. Patricic sends it forward, trying to get it to Utrip, but it's stopped by Walsh. Tiger regaining possession here. A Walsh throw-in gets it ahead to Alberti. Alberti trying to get possession of that ball, but loses it out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in. These Tiger defenders showing great resilience as it is a Tiger throw-in. Nice header by number 10 for the Tigers, Aria Gilmore. Sent on to goal, but nothing doing there
Tiger shot squeezed by
as Constantini squeezes it and ready to boot it back down. Walsh has it. Alberti at midfield. Sends it over to the left side. That's Flory racing down, trying to keep possession of it. Maybe trying to center something here, but it's knocked out of bounds. And we are going to see our first corner kick here for Walsh. As the corner is going to be taken by Grace Valor, the midfielder. It's sent on and headed away by Uttrup. And a Tiger sent forward by Harris to Harris, but she misses it. And the Walsh lone defender back. Misses the ball. Harris almost with good hustle trying to steal it, as Harris all over the field right now. But Walsh keeping possession. Flory sends it forward to Alberto once again. Alberti, I apologize. Alberti tries to pass it forward, but a nice header by HEP-KEY to keep it out. And it's sent back. 2-on-3 here for Walsh. Walsh with possession once again. As Schimmel trying to take that ball from that Twinsburg defender. It's stolen. Oh, no. Twinsburg regains possession. Almost stolen by Walsh for a minute. Could have been dangerous, but the Tigers recover and push forward. And it looks like a penalty by Gilmer for the Tigers, giving Walsh a free kick. As she sends it towards the Twinsburg goal. Walsh still having possession in that left corner. Knocked away, but a Walsh throw-in.
In the lineup for WJ,
And a substitute for Walsh.
Allison Drake. In for the Tigers, 25.
And Twinsburg making a switch here for Twinsburg. That is number 25 coming into the game, Claire Wenworth. Now Walsh's throw-in. Taken away by a Tiger defender and sent forward. Harris, a nice box out to keep possession of that ball as they swing it over to the left side. Twinsburg running now. Uttrup tries to send it forward to Harris, but it's kicked away by a Walsh defender. Twinsburg trying to get a 2-0 goal here, but great defense by Walsh to deny it. Harris has possession, sends it to the middle to Uttrup. Walsh trying to kick it away, and they do, as they kick it deep. As Alberti tries to track it down from the defender, but it is scooped up by Solera. Great job by the Twinsburg goalkeeper to get out of that goal and grab the ball before anything can come of it. At midfield, headed by Twinsburg midfielder. And now Harris has it for Twinsburg, racing down the right side. Great footwork. It takes two Walsh defenders to get it away. And now it's a Twinsburg throw-in close to that corner. And we're going to have another substitute for Twinsburg. It is number 21, Akira Johnson, checking in for the Tigers. Coming out is number 10, Emily Patricic. Throw in for the Tigers is knocked away, and it's going to be a corner kick, the first corner kick for the Tigers this time. And it looks like number 6, Jaden Harris, the forward for the Tigers, is going to take the kick. As both teams load up the box here with 18:50 to go in the first half. It's sent to the middle, headed by number 11, and a great grab, a great save by the Walsh goalkeeper, getting her hands up there to save the goal. As now it is a Walsh goal kick. Stellar defense by Twinsburg has set the storyline of the game so far. Utrip with that one goal to make it 1-0 for Twinsburg right now. Utrip controlling at middle field, sending it over to the right side. Now Twinsburg off to the races once again. That's Aria Gilmer sending it, trying to get it to the middle to Harris. A deep shot was blocked by a Walsh defender. And now sent the other way. As the ball sent back and forth here. For a Walsh throw-in. So far this half dominated by that Twinsburg defense, as I said before, as they've really stopped those forwards from Walsh to get anything going. No great shots on goal yet. As Walsh looking to change that, sending it to the right side. But number 16, Sophia Rufa, could not chase it down for the Warriors.
Could you do us a favor and social distance, spread out 6 feet, please? Spread out 6 feet, please.
As it's a Twinsburg throw-in. Good header by Harris to try to keep it going forward. And now Twinsburg is going to set up here. Maddie. Tara Gehring throwing it in here. Trying to get it to Utrip. Harris controlling. Sending it over to Wentworth. As great defense there by Walsh. The Tigers can get nothing going there. As both of these teams did not meet in the regular season, but they both did face Brunswick, who I said before is the number 9 ranked team in the state. Both teams falling short to them. The last match, as I said, was the district championship last year. Walsh did come out on top. But right now, the Tigers leading early. As Harris tries to send it forward, but blocked by a Walsh defender. Harris showing that great speed on the right side. She's been showing that all game so far, as she's been great on defense and on offense, trying to facilitate this game for the Tigers.
David Twinsburg, 10. Emily Petrovic.
As Emily Petrovic checks into the game, and Erika Davis checks out. Another Tiger throw-in. For Olivia Egler. Trying to get it to Utrip, but headed away. Now Walsh having a chance here. A lot of open space. A great forward pass just out of the reach of Kennedy Alberti. and it's sent. The Tiger defender just gives it back to her goalkeeper, who sends it down the field. As the ball goes back and forth a few times. Tigers offense here trying to get something going. Great play by the Walsh defender, number 6, Lisa Patesic. As Tigers, number 16 checking back in. Olivia Zelenka coming in for number 25, Claire Wenworth. Tigers throw in here. As Patricic sends it forward, but it's booted down the other way. Tigers controlling over to Utrip. Showing off that footwork, tries to send a long shot on goal, but it's corralled easily by Constantini. As it's Flory on the left side, trying to get it up to number 27, Allison Drake. It goes out of bounds, back to the Tigers' possession. Tigers with another throw-in. Furness sends it ahead. Great play by Walsh defender number 6, Liz Patesic. But another Tiger throw-in as they slowly march their way down the field. Great hustle by Harris there, but could not get the ball as Walsh sends it down the other way to a lone Tiger defender, who gives it back over to Salura. Walsh trying to send it forward once again, but another errant pass gives it back to Twinsburg. As now it's sent forward to the left side, staying in bounds, a great pass. Harris tracks it down, and let's see who they give it to here. It's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in. That's Gehring throwing it in for the Tigers. She takes a big step drop to get a nice throw on the ball, headed in by Utrip, but nothing going there as that Walsh defender sends it back to the other side, and it's Alberti at midfield. Great footwork there to get it out to the left side as she tries to send it forward, but nobody's home for the Walsh Warriors. Alberti gets it once again at midfield. Trying to get it to Schimmel, but it's blocked by a Tiger defender. Now it's one-on-one here. Harris has it on the left side for the Tigers as she brings it up. Jaden Harris stops in that left corner, looking for somebody to pass to, getting double-teamed now. Tries to send it to the middle. Walsh, great defense there, as nothing doing for the Tigers. Tigers setting up against Utrip in midfield, sending it forward, but taken away. Scooped up by Constantini. As we see now, Walsh being a little more tentative on defense. They're dropping back that extra player. They do not want to go down 2-0 early in the first half here, as we are now under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 9:45. Twinsburg Tigers leading 1-0 and threatening once again. Harris coming up the left side, but a nice takeaway by looks like that was Patesic once again knocking that away from the Tigers. As we have multiple substitutions for both teams here. Uchip, the goal scorer, getting a breather for the Tigers, along with number 21, Arika Johnson. Sent in by the Tigers. Harris heads it. Now Tigers set back up on that right side. Send it towards the middle. Tiger throwing. Good defense here by Walsh once again to send it the other way. But once again, the Tigers are going to have another throw-in, as Tara Gehring has been busy today with the throw-ins. Battle at midfield is won by the Tigers as they send it back to their defender, number 8, Erika Davis. Walsh still not really having any good chances at goal so far. Props to the Tigers defense still. Tigers controlling. Sent forward now. See if she can save it, and she does. Great hustle there on the right side by the Tiger forward as she sends it towards the middle. Now it is the 25 who's bumped, but no call. And then more contact, no call still. As Tigers keep possession, threatening once again. 7:10 here to go in the first half. Tara Gehring to throw in once again. Good strong throw to the middle of the field. Harris tries to send it to the middle, but nothing doing. Tiger throwing once again. As we expected, a low-scoring game from these teams, as both of these goalkeepers have shown how great they are, and both defenses. Just one goal so far, and that belongs to the Tigers and Uttrup. As Tigers defender send it forward, Harris tries to track it down and send it to the middle, but could not, and it's a goal kick for the Warriors. As jostle for the ball there is number 9, Aria Gilmer.
Warrior free kick.
And it is a free kick for the Warriors. Sent down the field, but the Tigers grab it once again. As we have a whistle here.
Restart, WJ.
And they're giving, as the referee giving it back to Walsh. Sending it down. There's the Warriors. Good defense by Twinsburg to keep it out of there. Number 15 for Twinsburg, a nice header to the right side. As now it's sent forward, as it is a throw-in for Walsh. And it looked like it was out on that Walsh defender, but the side judge giving it to the Warriors. Trying to get it forward was Alberti. Now Madeline Peck trying to get that ball back for the Warriors, and she does. Alberti, oh, a great pass in by that Warrior offense, but Alberti could not track it down. as Solera sends it away once again. Fight on the right side is won by Walsh as they get to throw it in. Once again, Walsh getting another throw in on the far side. With just under 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half, Tigers leading 1-0. Now Alberti on that far side. It's taken away by a Tiger defender. Great play there. Sent back to midfield for a Walsh throw-in. Quick throw-in there. But once again, Tigers defense showing resilience. As the Twinsburg Tigers are awarded the free kick there. And it looks like for Twinsburg, number 23, Brianna Utrep getting ready to check back in for the final first half push for the Tigers. Harris coming from behind and stealing that ball. Great play there as Madeline Petch was not ready for it. Tiger throw in at midfield as Brenna Utrip checks back in. Number 25 checking out for the Tigers. That's Claire Wenworth. Alberti trying to head it.
2 minutes.
As another Tiger throw in here for Gehring. Warriors possession. Fight on that right side as it's going to be a Tiger throw-in. Now 1 minute and 25 seconds to go here in the first half. And now it's taken away by Walsh as a nice pass forward to Alberti, and she's on the run. It's a 2-on-3 as Alberti slows it down for Walsh. Giving it back to Natalie Schimmel, who sends it over to the right side. 15 sends it back to Schimmel. And now Walsh going in reverse here. Now on the far side is number 27, Allison Drake with possession. HEP-KEY draped over her. Drake sends a shot on, and just wide of the net. As Walsh having a great chance to score there. Two forwards near that shot. They thought it was going to hit that back corner and go in, so they did not want to touch it, but instead it goes by and it's a goal kick for Twinsburg. 20 seconds left here in the first half. That would have been huge if Walsh could have put that up right before half. Sliding tackle by the Tigers. And Walsh is awarded the free kick on that slide. With 5 seconds as the PA announcer, John Higgins, counts it down.
2, 1, 0.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. The Twinsburg Tigers leading the 12th ranked state in the team Walsh Jesuit 1-0. And we will be right back for second half of action here on Community Focus.
Just got an update, 2-1 on Holden over Hudson halftime. Winner of this one will play that one next Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, a quick reminder, normally at the end of the district championship game there is an award ceremony, but because of the COVID-19 situation there will be no award ceremony tonight. The winning coach will receive the medals and will distribute it to the players at the school. Also, the winner of tonight's game will take on the winner of Hoban and Hudson. They're playing tonight. Halftime score, Hoban 2, Hudson 1.
welcome back to the second half of the district championship tonight. Walsh versus Twinsburg. Twinsburg up early, 1-0. But both teams fired up to take the field once again. As that first half was mainly dominated by defense on both sides. Neither team really having great clean shots on goal that whole first half, except that one by Brenna Utrip, which made the score 1-0 and giving the Tigers that huge lead that they needed to go forward. As sides reverse here, Walsh trying to score on the left side, Tigers going to the right. Controlled by Walsh early. And it's taken away by Utrep at midfield. Good pass on. Harris sends it over, and here's a chance for the Tigers. It's all, and it's in for the Tigers to make it 2-0. And that was Aria Gilmore planting it into the back of the net. And just like that, 30 seconds into the second half, the Tigers take a 2-0 lead, and this Walsh crowd is quiet. As Walsh starting it off once again. And that is exactly what the Tigers wanted coming out of the half. An early goal by Gilmer. Twinsburg trying to pull this upset off the 12th ranked team in the state. Walsh trying to fight back after winning districts last year, advancing to regionals, getting to the regional finals, one step away from states, and getting knocked out by the 1 seed Medina, trying to keep their season alive. And now jostling, taken away by the Tigers once again. It's Utrep who has possession, swinging it over to Harris. Or I apologize, that's Gilmer on the right side, but she loses possession for a Walsh throw-in. As it's going to be a rethrow for Walsh, as she threw it a little too far up. Another Walsh throw-in. As they slowly move up the line, it's Kayla Flory throwing it in for Walsh. Getting it into number 27, Allison Drake. And she was pushed down. It's a free kick for Walsh. And the defender, number 6, coming up to take it, Liz Patesic. Liz Patesic about 30 yards from the goal. As the referee backs up those Twinsburg defenders to the 10-yard line. Big kick here for Walsh, trying to get in within 1. It's sent forward, and it is corralled. Great job by the goalkeeper, Alexis Solera, to just squeeze it and make sure nothing's doing. As Twinsburg gaining possession once again, as they have had this time of possession clock on their side so far. As this is just a slow, misty rain still coming down here at Walsh Jesuit High School. Walsh trying to advance it forward here, and it is a Walsh throw-in. It's Kayla Flory throwing it in once again for Walsh. Trying to get it over the defender head, but a nice header there. As Araya Gilmore tries to just send it the other way, and another throw in for Walsh. Tigers doing a great job on keeping it on the sidelines, really not letting much get into the middle towards their goalkeeper. As Walsh is backed into a corner as they do try to send it to the middle, but it's corralled by Solora. That was number 27, Allison Drake, trying to get it to the middle for Walsh. As it's headed by Gilmore and out of bounds for a Walsh throw in at midfield. No, I apologize. It is a Tiger throw-in. As it looked like Gilmore just headed that out, but they give that Tiger possession. Let's see if they can capitalize on that. As now it's a race. Great box out by that Walsh defender to let their goalkeeper Constantini go out and grab that. At midfield once again, Utrecht sends it over to the right side. Alberti now with a header. Schimmel sending it over to the far side, over to Peck. And it goes out of bounds for a Peck throw-in. Looking to throw it into somebody. She gets it into Alberti, who tries to center it. Good play defensively there by number 5, Paige HEP-KEY, who's been a great defense this whole night for Twinsburg. And now ball going back and forth at midfield. Corralled by Alberti as it was poked away by Utrecht, but a little too physical there, and it's a free kick for the Warriors. Sent in, but taken out. As Harris gets away and she's free on the right side. Let's see if she can send it forward. And she does, but it's taken away once again by Walsh. Now some jostling at midfield. Let's see. Alberti gains possession for Walsh. And now she's going to try to reset this. Attacking the middle. Now over to the left side. That's Allison Drake, the forward. And a good defensive play by number 10, Emily Patricic for Twinsburg. Walsh throw in. Pushing at midfield, no whistle. Play on here as Twinsburg has possession. They send it over to the right side. That's Gilmore. Showing off that speed. Now reverses, tries to get to the middle, deflected by a Walsh defender. Centering it. Twinsburg having a chance here. But it's a goal kick.
In the Warriors, 16, Sophia Rufa.
The Warriors making a substitution here. Number 16, Sophia Rufa, coming back into the game. And now Twinsburg trying to save it on the near side, but could not. That was Gilmore trying to corral that to keep it in bounds. But it goes out. And Flory with the throw-in. And it's going to be another throw-in for Walsh here on the near side. As now Walsh has it on the near side. But great defensive play once again by the Tigers to get it out of any danger. Utrep now has it at midfield, showing off that nice footwork and a great touch pass to the middle of the field to Harris. Harris now showing off the footwork, going back and forth, tries to do the touch pass, but she is taken down. No whistle. Utrep keeps it, sending it over to Gilmore. Let's see if she can get it before it goes outside to the corner, and she does. And it's poked out by Walsh, and wow. And that looked like it was off the Walsh defender. And Gilmer upset with the call, as both sides have been upset with the officiating so far.
In for WJ, number 7, Grace Valor.
Grace Valor checking in for Walsh Jesuit. Still in the danger zone here. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize. Great play by the defenseman to kick it forward, as Walsh now trying to take it to the other side. Sends it over to the far side. Up to Alberti. Alberti hits the break, sends it over, tries to get it to the middle. Great defense by HEP-KEY. Let's see if still in the danger zone, as Utrep gets it out of there for the Tigers. Kennedy, Alberti having it once again, centering it, header, it's in! What a play, what a pass by Alberti, and what a header! Number 5, Natalie Schimmel, making it a 1-goal game with 29 minutes to go in the second half. Kennedy Alberti beating that defender. A great pass towards the middle and a perfect placed header by Schimmel. And this cold crowd at Walsh is revived once again, as this is only a 1-goal game. Sliding tackle there, and they're giving it to Walsh. No penalty on the play. Tigers trying to get something going here now, as they give it to Utrep in the middle of the field. And she's stopped by 2 Walsh defenders. Sent back over to the near side. It's number 20, Kayla Flory, bringing it up for Walsh. Sending it forward to number 5, Natalie Schimmel, the one who just scored the goal. She tries to get it to the middle. Nice poke away by HEP-KEY. But now 20, Flory sends it to the middle. Great Tiger defense to keep it out of the goal. Utrep has it now. Fight at midfield. As both sides ramping up the intensity here. You can feel it in the crowd. Nice slide by Tiger defenseman. No call. Play on. Walsh still has possession. It's Flory once again. She's on the near side, looking to set up, going towards the middle. And it's stopped once again by a Tiger defender. And maybe a handball by Tigers, but it's a play on. As Utrep sends it forward, but the Walsh defender sends it right back. Both teams here jostling for possession. And it's Harris that has it. And now she's going to show off those wheels as she blows by 2 Walsh defenders. Trying to send it forward for Gilmore, but a great poke away. But Gilmore gets it back, and she's on the near side, heading towards the goal. And it's poked away by number 25, Molly Gray. Now 2 substitutions coming in for Twinsburg. Number 25, Clay Wenworth, and number 7, Jaden Harris. Or I apologize, Sammy DeMuzio is number 7. Sends it towards the middle, too hard as it goes to the far side. And it's tracked down by number 16 for Twinsburg, Olivia Zelenka. And now it's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in. And it's going to be a Walsh free kick. And now it looks like we have a player down for Walsh. As she's standing up, and that's a great sign that she can walk off under her own power, limping, but wanting to stay in the match. But she's on the far side. I can't get a number for you. I apologize. Now Twinsburg trying to get it out of the danger zone, and it is going to be a Walsh throw-in, staying here. As Flory gets it in quick, trying to get it. And it is another Walsh throw-in. It's Alberti throwing it in, who tries to get it to Schimmel, and it just goes out of bounds here for a goal kick for the Twinsburg. And Alexis Solera's going to boot it to the other side. Solera looking to see where she wants to send it. Sending it right up the middle. Gilmore controlling at midfield. Now Gilmore getting poked away. Great defensive play by Walsh. Maybe setting up another way here. As Schimmel has it. Sending it over far side. Nobody's home for Walsh though. And it's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in.
In for the Tigers, 10, Emily.
As this half has been almost a total opposite half than the first. First time we were seeing great defense on both sides. Now both teams amping up that aggression, getting on the board early with 24 minutes to go here in the second half. As it's off Alberti for a Twinsburg throw-in. Good strong throw in here for Twinsburg as Harris tries to corral it. And it's going to be a Walsh throw-in. Number 16, Sophia Rufa, could not hold on to that for Walsh. And it's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in, but it's given right back to Walsh. As we have a whistle here. And it's going to be a free kick for Twinsburg.
Free kick, Twinsburg.
And Paige HEP-KEY is going to take this. Strong kick. Batted away by Walsh. Now Alberti corrals it at midfield, trying to get near side. One-on-one right now with the defender, sending it forward. But Twinsburg says no. Harris has it. Trying to send it forward, racing down to the far side is number 10, Emily Patricic, but it's taken away by the Walsh defender. Utra gets it stolen from her. Alberti going the other way now for Walsh. Sending it over to Jessica Davis. Or I apologize, Kayla Flory. Kayla Flory has it, number 20 on Walsh, and it's poked away by a Twinsburg defender. And that was Olivia Egler with a good poke. Alberti controls. Centered. Here's a chance for Walsh. Nothing doing. Let's see who they give this. It's the Twinsburg. Two more substitutes coming in for Twinsburg here. Number 15, Lana Furness, and number, look like 25, Claire Wenworth checking in. As now Twinsburg has possession at midfield, taken away by Keely Clinton. Clinton tries to pass it forward, but it's stopped by a Twinsburg defender. But a Walsh throw-in, trying to get it to Alberti. Walsh controls. Near side, Twinsburg trying to possess here. That's Uttrup, midfield. Nice little touch pass to the right side, number 21, over to Harris. Trying to get it back to Akira Johnson. And now it's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in at midfield. Uttrup gives it to Harris. Touchback back to Uttrup. Forward now, but stopped by the Walsh defender. Twinsburg getting it back over to Uttrup. Back over to Harris. And now we have a Walsh player on a knee right at midfield. And it looks like Kennedy Alberti is shaken up. But she gets up. And looks like nothing too serious, hopefully. But she is getting a substitute. And that's 27, Allie Drake checking in to give Kennedy Alberti a breather, as she's been going hard this whole second half. As we are about the halfway point of the second half, 20 minutes, 17 to go. And it's going to be a Twinsburg kick to start it back up. Sophia Rufa pokes it forward to Schimmel, who tried to get it to the outside to Flory, but it was taken away. Natalie Schimmel regains possession, sending it to the far side. That's Sophia Rufa, who's sending it forward now. Great defense by Twinsburg, and it's going to be a goal kick as it went out on the Walsh forward. As Solera sets up for the goal kick. Sophomore has done a phenomenal job in goal for Twinsburg. She's done all that they could ask, only giving up one goal to the 12th ranked team in the state. Twinsburg controls at midfield. Sent forward. Now booted back to midfield. Schimmel has it, and it's going to be a free kick. As Elena Furness tried to dive in there, but it was deemed illegal by the referee, and it's going to be a free kick for Walsh right at midfield. Tanking it is number 6, Liz Patesic, sending it in. As Schimmel gets it, as she was taken down, no whistle though. Nice little touch pass by Uttrup. Harris gives it over to the left side. It's going to be a race, and it's going to be booted back to the other side by Walsh. And a great header by Tiger defender. Oh, and now here's a chance for Walsh, but Solera comes out of goal and dives on top of it. Could have been dangerous there, as that Walsh forward was trying to race ahead, but nothing doing. And it is going to be a goal kick.
In for the Tigers.
And now there's going to be 2 more substitutions for the Tigers.
16, Olivia Zaleka.
As number 16 checks in.
22, Kennedy Alberti.
And Alberti is back in. That's a great sign as she came out injured for a little bit. Little 3-minute break and she's ready to go. Fight at midfield for a Tiger throw-in. As number 9 taken down from behind. Twinsburg fans looking for a call. Nothing there. Harris does get the call as she was poked by Natalie Schimmel. As the Tigers look to boot it towards the goal. Great strong kick, but an even better defensive play to get it out, but Twinsburg still having a chance here, racing forward, and a great job by the goalie to get up there and grab it. Kate Constantini, the senior, jumping up and grabbing it and set to boot it the other way. Oh, and looks like Walsh and Tigers collide heads there. Hopefully they're both okay. Tiger regain possession on the far side. It's sent down to the near side. Nice header by a Walsh defender. Harris trying to track it down. It's Harris and Fermel. Gilmer, I apologize, not. Tiger throwing to Lena Furness, over to Uttrup, now to Harris. Harris trying to split 2 defenders. Uttrup regains it for the Tigers. As they send it back over to Furness, resetting it. Over to Patricic. And out of bounds for a Walsh throw-in. Just past the 15-minute mark left in the match here. 2-1, Twinsburg keeping that lead. But now Walsh threatening once again. As it a great poked away for a Walsh throw-in. As both sides are yelling here. Walsh sends it forward to Alberti. Alberti trying to beat her defender. She has a chance here, but it's poked away. Great play by number 8, Erica Davis, to get her foot in there just at the last second. But this does set up a corner kick for Walsh. It's number 7, Grace Valor, the defender, taking the corner kick. Sends it on, headed away by Gilmer and corralled by the goalie Salura. Both teams doing great on the corner kick defense. Neither team has scored on a corner so far. As Walsh regaining possession, it's Alberti. Taken away by Uttrup. And now a penalty by Alberti. As it's going to be a free kick for the Tigers. It's Gilmer corralling it on the near side. And it just goes out of bounds for a Walsh throw-in. Great defensive play there by number 20, Kayla Flory, to force her out. But the Tigers get it right back. Oh! As the Tiger, number 4, On the Tigers, that's Olivia Egler. Tried to center it, and it goes off the face of number 5, Natalie Schimmel of Walsh, and she's a little shaken up there as the referee is going to call time here to check on Schimmel. As that was a strong kick taken right into the face of Schimmel. And now play resumes here. The throw-in by the Tigers. Corralled by Harris. And a Walsh throw, and it goes out of bounds. Fighting for the ball at midfield are both teams. Walsh wins that fight, and it's Liz Patasek who passes it up to Alberti, and she's taken down from behind, and it's going to be a free kick. Another good chance here for Walsh to tie it up with 11:50 to go in the second half. As it's Patasek taking the free kick. Loads, aims, fires, chip shot, just over the bar. Great try to sneak it in at the top, but it just goes over, and the Tigers survive a scare. Salura getting ready to boot it back. Great kick here as Harris has possession for the Tigers. Sends it forward for the Tigers. Here's another chance for them. And a great takeaway by Walsh there. That was a 1-and-1 in the midfield with number 10, Emily Patricic. Booted the other way by Walsh's goalkeeper. And a misplay by Walsh, but nothing doing. Headed forward towards Alberti, and it was a handball. As Twinsburg gets the free kick here with 10.5 to go. Twinsburg corrals it on the near side. That's number 9, Gilmer, who gives it over to Uttrup. Trying to get it forward, but hit too hard. And the goalkeeper corrals. Walsh having it at midfield. Good box out by Walsh to keep it. Alberti's coming up the near side. Gains possession. She's in the corner. Tries to center it. And a great scoop by Salura. And now we are under 10 minutes to play in the district championship. Twinsburg versus Walsh. Twinsburg has the 2-1 lead still. As Salura booted it to midfield. Gilmore could not keep possession of it, but it's kicked away. And Walsh is going to keep possession here. No, it's going to be waved off, and it is going to be a Twinsburg throw-in.
In the lineup for Twinsburg, 21, Akira Johnson.
As Akira Johnson checks back in for Twinsburg, number 21, the forward. Thrown ahead by Twinsburg. Walsh getting possession of it, though. That's Natalie Schimmel, but it's poked away. Now Flory brings it up the other way, and it is poked away, and let's see who they give it to. And they give it to Twinsburg. A maybe big call there as they give that possession throw into Twinsburg. Schimmel with a nice header. And Twinsburg with a missed kick. Walsh now set up. Flory throwing it into Alberti on the near side corner. And once again, we're going to do it again. This time a little closer to goal. Flory looking, can't find anybody. And let's replay it for a third time as it's kicked out of bounds by Twinsburg defense. And this time, Flory's going to try to go over the top and get it towards the middle, towards Schimmel. As Natalie Schimmel is defended by Twinsburg, and it's going to be another Walsh throw-in. Flory getting that arm workout in today. 4 straight throw-ins for her. As Harris trying to regain possession for Twinsburg. A lot of physical play here by Alberti, and there is the whistle. It's going to be a free kick for Twinsburg. Twinsburg ready to boot it to the other side. As it's reset to Walsh's goalie. Senior Kira Johnson trying to chase it down, but to no avail. Now Walsh back at midfield, and they're going to get a throw in. It's Flory at midfield. Clock winding, under 6.5 to go here. That's number 5, Natalie Schimmel, who stumbles on the ball but regains it and gives it back over to Flory. Flory heading down the near side, trying to center it, but it's caught. Another great catch by Solera, the goalkeeper for Twinsburg. Every time they try to center it from that left side, Solera is there to take it away. Akira Johnson getting it at midfield, sending it over, but taken away by the Walsh defender. Out of bounds, it's going to be a Walsh throw-in. Good play by the Walsh offense to keep it on their side. And a shot on goal. It's scooped up by Solera once again. Solera playing her heart out in this district championship game for Twinsburg. Throw in for Walsh at midfield. Once again, it's going to be a throw in for Walsh. Regan throwing it in. As clock keeps winding, 4:50 to go here. Twinsburg trying to hold off this last surge by Walsh to pull the upset. An outstanding upset this would be, as both teams have played their heart out this game. Sent forward by Flory on the throw-in. Schimmel gets it back to Flory, but she kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be a Twinsburg throw-in. And a substitute here for Twinsburg, as number 15, Alana Furness, is checking in. Checking out for Twinsburg is number 10, Emily Patricic. The throw-in by Twinsburg is stolen by Walsh. Alberti gets tangled up with Harris, but she comes out with it. Going down that left side, and she's poked in, and there is a whistle. And another free kick for the Warriors. This is huge for the Warriors, as they're about 20 yards from goal on the near side. Setting up, it's Schimmel to take the kick. Solera ready at goal. The kick is up, and she's going back corner, and it's just wide. As it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Tigers. 3.5 to go here. Clock winding. Solera taking her time to set up. Letting those seconds tick away. At midfield, Walsh sends it back towards Solura. But it's grabbed by Uttrup. Sent to the near side midfield. Good play by Walsh defender to get it back. And now Walsh defender, pushed by Uttrup, but no call. And it's stolen once again by Flory. Flory towards the center. Alberti has a chance, but no! And it goes wide. As Alberti falls there, no call. That might have been the best chance for Walsh as Twinsburg throw in. Still in the danger zone for Twinsburg though, as they try to throw it deep to Harris. I apologize, not Harris. Johnson. Throwing for Twinsburg. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes.
Flory gains possession at midfield for Walsh, sending it back up to Natalie Schimmel, who looks like she was pushed down. A lot of physical play, no whistles so far in the second half. Under 2 minutes, Walsh fighting to stay alive. Twinsburg trying to hold on for the upset, and Uttrup sends it to the opposite side of the field, and that's going to waste a lot of time as Walsh tries to get it in quickly. Johnson gets it, who sends it, tries to get it to Gilmore. Gilmore might have a chance here, but it's scooped up by the goalie, Constantini, as she sends it to midfield. Alberti tries to get it. Schimmel kicking it forward. Good play by Harris to boot it out. Johnson on Twinsburg corrals it, but kicks it out. Walsh has it. This could be the last chance for Walsh here in the district championship. A cold, rainy night. Twinsburg trying to pull the upset. As now 50 seconds left, and the Twinsburg fans getting up on their feet. Both sides are up. 40 seconds left, and it's booted forward. It's at midfield. Walsh trying to make one last run, sending it back in. Schimmel sending it to Alberti. Number 6 sends it forward, and it's going to go out of bounds. A goal kick for Twinsburg. As Twinsburg jumping up and down, not just because they're cold, but they are on the brink of an upset. 19 seconds remaining. Solura sends it the other way, and that clock starts back up. 15 seconds. As Johnson, it's out of bounds, and the clock keeps running. Walsh throwing it in, but to no avail as it's Twinsburg throw, and this clock's gonna hit 0. Twinsburg takes it 2-1 as they rush the field, pulling off the upset, beating the 12th ranks Walsh. What a game by both teams as Twinsburg gets revenge for last year as Walsh knocked them out in the 2019, and they give it right back to him in 2020. A great, hard-fought game by both teams here. Twinsburg coming out on top. We'd like to thank Community Focus for broadcasting this game. You could catch us on Facebook at Community Focus Ohio or on Focus Channel 1021. This game will be up tomorrow on our app, Community Focus. Thanks for listening. I'm Blake Aloja, and this has been the District Championship. Twinsburg takes it 2-1 over Walsh.